company, but then we want to make this session more live and more towards how happiness is, how the self-love, and how people manage their energies. And we will definitely take aways in this from this session on building a positive life and a mindset. So let us start. Thank you, Ashita. Thank you for joining us today. Um, I really want to ask you, some people they wake up tired and snooze their alarm button 5 times, and they drag themselves through then there are people like Harshita who wake up with the energy, with passion, and with excitement for life, and every single morning. And Harshita, people want to know, and my target audience want to know that what is your secret? How does you maintain this drive while living your life to the fullest, and how do you do that?
To be very honest, the secret behind my energy, behind my way of living life to the fullest is Sky Yoga process. Have you heard of it?
No.
Okay. So it's called Sudarshan Kriya Yoga.
Okay.
Um, it's a very powerful breathing technique practiced across 180 plus countries.
Oh.
And fortunately, very early in life, I got a lot of situations where I had to explore something like this because medicines were not working. And English medicines offer more side effects than, the solution to the problem.
Absolutely.
So I happened to try this, and it was very miraculous. It healed me inside out. And since then, I am doing it very passionately. And when you actually do any sort of breathing exercise, right, it
Yeah.
kind of erases all the scribbling that we do on our mind on a daily basis. Like your mind is entangled, your mind has so many thoughts in a day. We don't know which one to focus on, which one to let go, and there's actually no way out,
Yeah.
right?
Hmm.
So when we practice something like this, it's very profound, it's very deep, and it brings in significant difference in your clarity of mind, in the way you feel, in the way you work. A lot of emotions will be taken care of.
So how
So
do you do that?
this course is offered by Art of Living. Have you heard of it?
Yeah, I have heard that art of living. Yeah.
So Art of Living is founded by Gurudev Sri Sri Ravi Shankar Ji. It's a
Yeah.
very famous personality, a
I've
humanitarian
heard
and
of.
Padma
Yeah.
Vibhushan. And
Yeah.
his mission is to create a stress-free and violence-free society. Until
Wow.
I came here, I never believed goodness existed. I thought
Mm-hmm.
genuinity is lost in the
Mm-hmm.
world. There's no
Mm-hmm.
genuinity. But I happened to come here and realized no, it exists. A very
Mm-hmm.
beautiful universe is inside the world where
Mm-hmm.
not many have explored it yet in India. Otherwise, uh, to his contribution to peace and the amazing work that he has done, US celebrates Ravi Shankar Day. There are many states in US that celebrates a day in his name.
Shankar Day. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. So
That's so powerful, actually. And I can see that magnetic energy in you of Ravi Shankar ji's and his teachings in you. And that's how I think you are doing it, in terms of you are bringing clarity to your work, to your personal life, to your health, to your relationship. And that's so amazing. That's so amazing. So, if I had to describe you in 5 words, what
mhm.
would they be?
Genuinity. Even if I'm
Yeah.
wrong, I admit. So
Yeah.
I'm genuine.
Yeah.
Loyalty.
Mm-hmm.
I'm very value driven. If
Wow.
somebody offers me very lump sum amount and asks me to do something that's against my value system, I would
Yeah.
walk away without even thinking for a minute.
Wow.
And
Amazing.
I'm sincere.
Nice. That's what needed. Yeah. Yeah.
And last but not the least, I'm sensible.
Hmm. Great, great, great. Good to know about you in just 5 words. But let me I also wanted to ask you that this art of living is something you have found it just by chance, or you were intended to do this? How did you connect?
Okay, it's a very interesting question. I
Mm-hmm.
might take a little longer, but stop me if I am, taking a lot of time about this.
Yeah, yeah.
So, since my childhood, I was service driven. I do something that adds value to the work that I am doing. It gives me immense satisfaction.
Yeah.
Suppose if a child or somebody on the street is hurting a dog with stone, then since childhood, I'm very rebellious against such acts. Not that
Hmm.
I'm a pet lover, but I don't
Yeah.
like anybody hurting anybody, for that
Yeah.
matter, even a dog or a pet. And that urge to do something very sincere to the society grew in me, but I never had a platform. I didn't know
Hmm.
how and where to invest this energy.
Yeah.
When I was actually fortunate enough to do the Sky Yoga in my seventh
Hmm.
grade itself,
Hmm.
but I did
Okay.
not know the importance of it, so I had not practiced it.
Hmm.
I thought it's just one type of an experience you take and then you leave it. I did not
Hmm.
know the significance of it. How and where to really find that genuine platform to invest all my energy in. And when I happened to experience um, the first happiness program at Art of Living Center, basis my family member's recommendation, I could not believe myself. In fact, when I enrolled for the program, I thought to myself, 30 years I've not found genuine happiness anywhere. And what are they going to offer me in just 3 days? Why is it even named happiness program? These questions were just, doing rounds in my mind. And finally, when I did that program, to my utter surprise, it felt like a clean slate. When I came here, I was completely hopeless. I was I was in a very bad situation. There was too much financial crisis and a lot of other things happening because of COVID. And when you're just at home 24 bar 7, you know how suffocated you feel. That too, if you're not a home person, if you're a more outgoing person, it is just, not your type of a thing to handle. And that was the state I was in. And when I came here, did that program with no interest and with no hope, it just changed something in me. It made me more calmer, more peaceful, more clearer, and more hopeful. And there are a lot of processes that make you realize how your mind keeps fooling you and how you get stuck with one situation that has not gone in your way in life, and how that keeps bothering you again and again. A lot of other processes that makes you realize that we are not living our life to the fullest because we don't tend to stay in the present moment. And there's one magical process where I don't want to reveal too much, but there was a foreigner as my partner, and this process is all about communicating in silence. And I had no interest and I had no belief, but I was able to feel her emotions and she was able to feel my emotions. And I have not met her, and I have not met a Canadian before. This was my first time. And that really gave me a lot of hope in life, that is it even possible to, because when you're screaming your lungs out, nobody understands you. Your own people, your own family members, your own colleagues don't understand you. And by not saying anything, is it even possible to feel others' emotions, was a very big eye opening process for me. And from there, I became very interested. And they have very strong presence in all the tribal places and all the war and crisis-driven places. They do a lot of service, and I got really enthusiastic about this. And I felt this is where I need to, take my life ahead. And from there onwards, I tried a lot of advanced programs they offer. And
Powerful when you say that you are engaging with the higher programs, because what I also understand, even my mentors have told that systems succeed, humans fail. While there is a lot of people search on, like, they feel empty from inside, and that is a bigger problem nowadays for everyone. Whomsoever you talk, they feel empty because they don't feel purposeful, fulfilling for their life. And
Right.
when I see that you are radiating that confidence and positivity in you, because you have got good people around you, you have all that inside, all that positivity inside, and that's why you are radiating positivity. So जो अंदर होगा वही बाहर होगा, है ना? So that's what I think, that life is not perfect, but then you need to be prepared, need to be confident even on your tough days. And that is helping I mean, that is what the mentors doing nowadays. When you have your art of living course with you, you feel that happiness around you, you feel that self love to you. And yeah, even if you feel any doubt, you might be doing this yoga course, or this powerful Sudarshan Kriya, which you were telling about. And I think that helps you overcome any doubt you come across, right?
Very true. See, doubt appears only when your energy is down. If you're
Yeah.
having all the energy, then have you seen when you're hungry, when you have not had your lunch on time, only then you feel doubtful about everything that you're doing. When you've had your lunch, when you have, when you're done with your good night's sleep, you don't
Mhm.
wake up doubtful.
Yeah, yeah. So what is your definition to self-love?
If you ask me what is self-love, treating yourself with, all the due respect is self-love for me.
Yeah,
So
yeah. So
mistakes
powerful.
happen when you don't blame yourself, when you don't punish yourself, when you respect your body, your mind, and the nature of human beings, of making mistakes and picking yourself up from the place where you've fallen down. That's self love for me.
But while I would tell you that many a times people think that self-love is about the about nurturing, about makeup, about getting to parlors, spa, and the hype is created on this social media that self-love is writing affirmations. I think, do you think that people misunderstand about it?
I
I'm
don't
sorry.
think so. See, everybody's body mind complex is unique. I am not a makeup person. I don't know how to actually, even apply a proper foundation and how to like apply a layer of powder also. I'm very
Hmm.
bad at it. And being natural is more comfortable. I can't
Yeah.
carry makeup. It makes me not natural, not myself.
Wow.
And if you're talking about self-care routine, that's probably going to a spa, getting a body massage done, and taking a very good steam bath. That's self-care for me. I don't think that is
Not
self-love.
self-love. Yes, yes,
Yeah.
yes. Absolutely
And
right, actually. Even I believe that, that is self-care. However, self-love is a bigger term, while
right,
self-care is just a part of it.
correct. You're
Yeah.
very right. In fact, the affirmation part also, I feel it's just tip of an iceberg. And
Hmm.
affirmations can become the way you are or as a part of your nature only when you have that clarity to practice it. Only
Hmm.
if you start feeling that way. And I've tried all that. Affirmations do work, they're very powerful.
Hmm.
However, I was not able to get that 100% satisfaction when I was like when I was practicing affirmations. But
What I
with these
have heard
breathing,
that affirmations work when you intend, and when you are aligned with your intention, and then you write. I mean, when you think about the emotions around that affirmation, then that affirmation works.
but to come to that state of mind is the whole game, no Neha.
Yeah,
And
yeah,
that is possible through breathing techniques and a bit of physical work. And it's a very
absolutely.
beautiful, yoga is not for everybody again. Not all
Yeah.
the stretches and movements are, easy for everybody. There's something called as Padma Sadhana in Art of Living, where
Mm-hmm.
every inch of your body gets some, some required movement. It is just a 10 to 15-minute process. So
Okay.
this, helps blood circulation to every part of your body from tip to
Mm-hmm.
toe. And
Mm-hmm.
these things really help me. I really don't have to do something that my body is not accepting. And
Mm-hmm.
when I do this, and then followed by a breathing technique, my body is happy, my mind is happy.
Wow.
And probably
Great.
that's a self-care routine for me. And I don't have to do
Mm-hmm.
any of them. If suddenly if somebody comes and asks me, I can grant a wish for you, what do you want?
Hmm.
I go blank these days because my mind is so empty that
Hmm.
I feel I'm content.
Hmm. Okay. You feel content just because you have that breathing exercise. You're already aligned with your highest values, I think.
For getting to this state, I have
Hmm.
like thrived my whole life. It did not happen in any other process, in any
Hmm.
other thing, apart from the time when we are watching a movie. Again,
Hmm.
maybe you're consuming a good content or bad content.
Yeah.
Okay, but it is so important that you are taking care of yourself on a daily basis, because you want it, you don't want it, you absorb a lot of toxins,
Hmm. So
and
what
that
is your
has to be cleansed.
habit in terms of watching the content? So do you watch it regularly, or how do you categorize which content to watch?
I categorize on clear humor content. I watch it only if there's fun element involved or a rom-com. I'm a very
Hmm.
big fan of rom-com genre. And
Mm-hmm.
um, series, I only watch Modern Family because I really like, despite of all the differences and despite of different nationalities, they all put up a great show together, and that's what life is all about. You really have so much of diversity around you, and you have to put up a great show with it. And no matter which shade of skin you are and which nationality you belong to, which race or which creed you belong to, again, partners will have differences, and you have to embrace those differences, and that's what we learn from Modern Family.
Oh, wow. So you think so you watch content which gives you some value, something to learn from. Maybe anything. Yeah. So do you
Maybe
also read
anything.
maybe anything? Yeah. So do you also believe in reading books?
Yes, I believe in reading books. The first ever proper book that I got connected to was Secret.
Hmm. Yeah.
And
A very powerful book, and I've heard that audio like 100 times. When this question is always around in my mind, that when people from thousands and hundreds of years, they wake up, they go to work, and they come back, and feed their child, give pay their bills, everything is there, everything is going around, but nothing meaningful, nothing kind of what we are living for, a higher purpose, higher being of ourselves. And yeah, that's an absolutely good book. I mean, why are you here on this earth?
the moment you ask yourself that question, right, the answer will find you. You don't have to find the answer. That's what I have learned.
Yes,
What
yes.
you have been trying to find desperately is equally trying to find you desperately. That I experienced in life. And see, I was the same person, and I am in the same relationships and same workplace when I came to Art of Living. And before and after, honestly, nothing has changed in terms of objects and people.
Hmm.
But the way of approaching things has like changed so much. There's a
Yeah.
tremendous change because I've been able to handle it in a much better way. And
Yeah.
frequency of feeling low has come down, and frequency of reacting to the situation, I can't yeah, frequency and intensity both has reduced. That's where that spiritual strength keeps you going.
Absolutely, absolutely. I mean, when you are towards something, I mean, you are around a great mentor or a spiritual leader around you, then you have what do you call system in place. So when you have
Absolutely.
system in place, then you are not putting your mind ab kya karu, then you are keeping your brain in the freezer and just following your leader and just following your leader on attaining that higher energy and the vibrations and those when you don't feel that low phase in your life and when you are always instantly happy and then happiness is not a choice, it's a habit, I think.
Wow. You just you just told as if you are here watching me from a very long time. You just spoke my mind out. You're
So
such
what,
a good
Harshita, I
host,
believe in
Neha.
that. What I believe in that, when I posted in that group and you came across me, I think universe is there and it is trying to match the likely
Frequency.
the yeah frequencies and the same frequencies vibrate together.
Correct.
So, yeah, so very few people come across, reverted me, and I wanted to bring a lot of good energies on my channel so that it genuinely help women and also the job seekers with building the habits and when you actually, what do you call? When you chase success, these are the success principles which we need to follow just to get more of it, just to taste that success, bit of that success. And I think you are on that path, and I'm glad, I'm really excited that I connected with you, and that's how we vibrated together. And now we are doing this podcast, and I'm so, so, so happy. So before we just wind up, because I wanted to end with the fun rapid fire round.
So,
Maybe you will get a 5 seconds to answer each question. So
yeah,
are you a morning person or a night person?
night person.
Okay, one self-love hack that always worked for you.
Breathing work, breathing techniques.
So one song that defines your vibe.
Sorry, I can't
Okay.
think of
So if
anything
you
now.
if you if you wake up anywhere in the world tomorrow, where it would be?
Art of living.
Wow. One thing you would absolutely hate doing.
Fighting with people.
What's the best compliment you have ever received?
Somebody just told me that I'm capable enough to do a lot to the society. I am as good as, or I can't say as good as. She told me that I have all the qualities of a Kitturani Chennamma. I was, I hope you have heard of her name. She's a freedom
No, I've
fighter,
not
and
heard, but I will Google it later. Yeah.
Kitturani Chennamma was a freedom fighter from Karnataka, and
Okay.
she
Hmm.
has, she was in the battlefield with her child on her back. Like she had tied her
Okay,
child on her back.
Jhansi ki Rani.
Type of. Jhansi Ki Rani is
Okay.
from Jhansi, and Kitturani
Gwalior,
Chennamma is
हाँ,
from.
Madhya Pradesh. Okay, okay, okay.
Uh, so
Okay, okay.
probably that was the best compliment I've ever
Wow.
got.
So one superpower you wish you had.
I'm taking more than 5 seconds because
Okay.
superpower
So
is a lot.
if happiness was a drink, what would it taste like?
Nectar.
Wow, amazing. That was fun actually. So thank you so much for being on our show. And I am so, so excited. And whosoever will be watching this or listening to this podcast will be feeling quite motivated, quite self-loved. And before we wrap up, what is one mantra that has shaped your life?
Do good. That
Yeah.
comes back to you.
Wow. So thank you so much, audience. Whosoever is watching this episode till the end, drop your comments, drop your views on this podcast in the comments below, and also tell us what is your biggest takeaway from this podcast. And thank you, Ashita, for joining, for taking out time for this podcast. I'm so excited. Thank you so much.